signed by the VA secretary containing the increased amounts, meaning the COLA increase. However, VBA did not forward the notice to the next office for publication, end quote. So all those COLA adjustments, cost of living adjustments that we've been getting, apparently tons of veterans have not received their COLA adjustment, not just for last year, but all the way back to December 1st. I wish I was making this up. I'm not. I'm going to show you an OIG report so we can get the information straight from the source, because this is going to be a super touchy subject, because we all know COLA videos on YouTube are very clickbaity. This is going to be the opposite, where people did not get their COLA increase, excuse me. Let me know down in the comments if you are 100% certain that you received your COLA increased amounts. That is for your VA disability compensation, your dependents, SMCs, clothing allowance, and everything else, not just your overall compensation. All those individually receive increased compensated amounts based on the cost of living adjustment. Now, here is the OIG report. Boom, July 25, 2024. You can download the full report if you want to. We're going to read the summary. It is a bit short. There's no recommendations. Bottom line up front, people haven't been getting their COLA increases, which is absolutely insane to me. So VA provides tax-free monthly compensation payments, blah, 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 blah. First, but yep, we got that. Okay. The VA gives us VA compensation to include special monthly compensations. Got it. As part of its VBA oversight, the VA OIG identified instances where VBA did not properly implement annual disability compensation cost of living adjustments. There we go. I'm not making this up. VBA did not properly implement annual disability compensation COLA. First, the OIG team found that certain special monthly compensation amounts had been calculated incorrectly for each annual COLA since December 1st of 2016. This resulted in some monthly payments to veterans being slightly higher or lower than they should have been, going back to 2016, okay? Second, the OIG team found that the increased amounts for disability compensation, additional compensation for dependents, and clothing allowance for the COLA effective date December 1st of 22 were not published in the Federal Register as required by law. Well, look at that. The VA, once again, never ceases to amaze us here. They just kind of do what they want and don't follow the law. Wild, right? Wild concept, because they're part of the federal government. VBA received the Federal Register notice signed by the VA secretary containing the increased amounts. However, VBA did not forward the notice to the next office for publication. Although the increased amounts were available on VA's website, including them in the Federal Register is important because it is the official publication for notices of federal agencies and organizations. The FedReg, by the way, if you are not subscribed to the FedReg, that's basically where everyone gets their, firsthand news from for the entire federal government, not just the VA. So in November 23, the OIG team notified VBA reps of the improper implementation of these compensation COLAs. That was a mouthful. The VA OIG issued the Management Advisory Memorandum to formally and transparently convey this information so that VBA can determine if additional actions are warranted. The OIG requested that VBA inform the OIG of what action, if any, VBA takes regarding the incorrect SMC amounts identified in this memorandum and the increased disability compensation amounts effective December 1st, 22 that were not published in the Federal Register. So there you have it. I think bottom line, what every veteran should do is just calculate your own. If you have SMCK for erectile dysfunction or female sexual arousal disorder, add that COLA adjustment from last year, right? You would have gotten the first check would have been January 1st. So when they say December 1st of 22, It's really January 1st because the VA pays, right? You have the month, then the VA will pay in arrears. So December 1st is actually January 1st, and so on, so forth. If you have SMCs going back to 2016, you also want to double tap that and just make sure. I really would not trust the VA when it comes to getting those adjustments. Now, they are small amounts, and we all know they're below inflation, so it's kind of whatever. But going back to 2016, that could be a lot of money. Was that like 8 years now? 7, 8 years? So yeah, make sure you stay on top of that. Thanks, VA. Appreciate it.